Burn folders are folders that you fill with file and folder icons by dragging them from other locations on your Mac. There are many benefits to using such folders as they don't use up any additional disk space. To create a burn folder, simply click File, New Burn Folder. The new burn folder appears on your desktop with the text highlighted, ready for you to rename it. We will name this one CSI. Notice that the burn folder bears a radioactive logo. This logo is Mac's burn symbol, and it is an easy way for you to tell the difference between burn folders and your other standard folders. Now that we have created and named it, it's time to fill it by dragging and dropping items we wish to burn. This process is a quick one as we are not actually moving the contents, but rather creating aliases. If you recall from previous discussions, aliases are most easily recognized by the arrow in the lower left-hand corner of the item. Another great feature of the Mac is that we can customize and decorate this folder how we see fit. We can change the view, as well as the background color, icon sizes, and even the grid spacing. And those are just a few examples. The best part about this is that the set look is preserved when we burn it to disk. And that's it. We have successfully created a burn folder without disks. We can make adjustments to this folder at any time, and when we are ready to burn, we simply slip the disk into the slot located on the side of our Mac and click Burn in the upper right-hand corner. While the guest option works in short-term arrangements, there are many situations where you may not want a user's activity, including files, emails, and settings, to be automatically erased when they log out. This is when you may opt to create a standard account. Creating a standard account is a great way to protect your privacy and security in those instances where you acquire a new housemate, such as a nosy boyfriend or girlfriend, a sibling trying to get back on their feet, or a college roommate. To create a standard account, you first access your System Preferences menu. Then click Users and Groups. Before we can make any changes, we must first click the padlock icon and enter our password. If you are signed into a standard account, you will not be able to make changes here, as only an administrator can unlock the padlock. Once the padlock is unlocked and the options are no longer grayed out, click the plus sign near the lower left-hand corner of this screen. This opens a new account pop-up menu. From this menu, you choose the type of account you would like to create. I'm going to stick with standard. Enter the name for this account. And notice that the account name is automatically proposed. We may change this if we like, but this account name, formerly known as short name, provides the user with an alternative sign-in option as opposed to the full name. This may be more convenient when or if connecting from across the network. Next, we will create the password. And we will verify it. And then we can even add a password hint. Once we have completed all of the options in this screen, we're going to go ahead and click Create User. And this creates the standard account. We can see that the other users are listed, and the one that we created is listed in the left-hand side of the screen. Then we can choose a picture. We can also add an Apple ID should this user have one and have intentions of using iTunes, enabling iCloud on this computer, or for access to everything else that they do with Apple. We can also allow them to administer this computer, or even enable parental controls. Once we are completed on this screen, we are all set. Click the lock, and our changes are complete. To delete an account, we would simply click the padlock again, enter our password, click the account we wish to delete, and then click on the minus in the left-hand portion of our screen. This is asking us if we want to delete the account, just kind of making sure that we're sure. And then we have three options here. We can save the home folder in a disk image, which will keep it in a deleted users folder. We can not change it, or we can delete the home folder altogether. I'm going to go ahead and delete it altogether. Click Delete User, and it's that simple. I'm going to go ahead and lock the padlock again, and that's the process of creating and deleting a standard account. A portable document format file, better known as a PDF file, is a file that any Mac, Windows, Linux, or Unix user can view, read, and print. These files have tons of benefits as they are universal and high-resolution files that allow others to see your original document in its true form, regardless of the computer or operating system that they are using. Creating a PDF file in Mac OS X is quite simple. Simply open the file that you wish to save as a PDF, and follow through as if you're going to print the document by going to File and Print. This brings up the Print dialog box. From this dialog box, we're going to click on the PDF pop-up button in the lower left-hand corner of the window. Select Save as PDF, and this launches a pop-up that allows us to name the file and tell the computer where we would like to have it saved. I'm going to go ahead and leave it on desktop and hit save. The PDF file then saves to our desktop. We can open it, and we see that the file extension is .pdf, letting us know that it is indeed a PDF file. Some of the other options that we have available to us when creating a PDF is to mail PDF, which will allow us to send this document in an email as a PDF file, or add PDF to iTunes, which will save the document to our iTunes library as a PDF. Screenshots are great tools for tutorials, articles, and much more. Fortunately, the Mac OS X has a built-in feature that makes creating them easy and convenient. By now, you are most likely aware that you can capture your entire screen by pressing and holding Shift, Command, and the number 3. But knowing how to screen capture a section of the screen provides for more accuracy and a more polished look. By pressing and holding Shift, Command, and the number 4, we can capture a specific section or region of our screen. Notice that upon pressing Shift, Command, and the number 4, our cursor turns into a crosshairs. We can capture a specific section of our screen by placing our crosshairs where we'd like to start the screen capture, clicking and holding our trackpad or mouse, and then dragging over that section. Once we release, we hear a camera click, and our screenshot is created and appears on our desktop. You may already know that you can use QuickTime Player to create new movie recordings and new screen recordings, but you can also use QuickTime Player to create audio recordings as well. You can record audio using a built-in or external microphone or a musical instrument connected to your computer. To start an audio recording, launch QuickTime Player either from your dock or by opening your Finder, going to Applications, and selecting QuickTime Player. Once QuickTime Player is opened, select File, New Audio Recording. A preview window appears and allows you to adjust the input source. In this instance, I'm going to use my headset. And you can also control the audio level. To start recording, click the button at the center of the window, and your recording has started. You'll notice in the left-hand corner, we have the time, and in the right, we have the size. We'll continue the recording. You can either speak or play your instrument, use your internal or external microphone, whichever one you have set. I've used my headset. And once you're done recording, simply click the button in the center, which was a red dot at the time we started the recording and is now a black square. We're going to go ahead and click that to stop the recording. We can preview the recording. And your recording has started. You'll notice in the left-hand corner. And follow that through to the end. Once we're satisfied with our audio, we can go ahead and click the red button in the upper left-hand corner. And this dialog box comes up asking us how we would like to save it and where we would like to save it. Go ahead and title this demo. I'm fine with it saving to my desktop. And the format, this is going to be audio only since I'm just recording the audio. I'm going to go ahead and click Save. It begins exporting it, and it shows on my desktop. I have iTunes set as my default. If I wanted to open it up in a different program, I could right-click it, Open With, and QuickTime Player instead of my iTunes. Open it in QuickTime Player. And you're all set. We've created an audio recording using QuickTime Player. Do you find yourself resisting the urge to squint while viewing certain websites? Don't worry. You're not the only one feeling a bit old, as the resolution of today's screens can make things look smaller. Fortunately, Safari has a fix for that. While in Safari, there are a number of magnification options available to you. The standard magnification options are Command Plus and Command Minus, both of which zoom in or out of a specific web page while keeping the layout proportional. To magnify just the text, you can go to View, Zoom Text Only, then Command Plus and Command Minus. Zoom just the text without adjusting the layout of the web page. Should you wish to magnify a specific section or block, Simply double tap your trackpad. When your mouse is in a specific section, and there you have it. Designating your start page is strictly a personal preference. Perhaps you don't wish to see the thumbnails of your top sites. Perhaps you have a favorite go-to site, like Facebook, my all-time favorite distraction, or perhaps you'd prefer to see an empty page in favor of Apple's Safari web browser opening quicker. Well, we have great news. You can designate your start page in Apple Safari to match your own personal preferences. To do this, simply launch Safari, either from your dock or from Applications in Finder. Then click Safari in the upper left-hand corner of your screen. Select Preferences, and then go to General. Here we can make changes to our start page, default web browser, search engine, and so on. We're going to shift our attention to the new Windows Open With and make our Preferences selection from the list. Top Sites is the standard option. And this is the one you see here. Homepage is where we have the option of selecting a website or choosing our homepage. For me, that would be Facebook. And as you can see, the next time we launch Safari, it opens directly to the Facebook page. Empty page allows us to explore whichever personality is taking over that day by going to whatever site interests us. If you can't handle the simplistic look of the all-white screen, this isn't the option for you, as this is its intended look. This is what the empty page looks like, and then we can simply go to whatever website we're feeling like that day. The tabs for favorites bar will open Safari with a tab for each of your favorites. Simply click the one you would like, and it launches that web page. Or you can go through a couple if you're feeling jumpy. Lastly, we can choose Tabs folder. I'll go ahead and select Writing. And this essentially does the same as the tabs for our favorites bar, except with the links in that specific folder. So this would give me a tab for each one of the links in my writing folder. Once you have the preferences set, simply close, and the next time you launch Safari, It'll perform the function with your specific preferences. If you find yourself continuously going to a specific site, but find that you are typing it in each and every time, then bookmarking that site is the best option for you. In Safari, to add a bookmark, simply go to the specific site that you would like to bookmark, and press Command D. Select where you would like this bookmark saved from the drop-down list. I'm going to go ahead and add this to my favorites bar. Name it, and hit Add. Now I've just saved the bookmark for this specific website to my favorites bar. If you prefer, you can also go to Bookmarks, add bookmark, and complete the process that way. Or, if you're a fan of dragging and dropping, you can drag the web page icon from the address bar down into your bookmarks bar, name it, and you're done. To delete a bookmark, simply click Bookmarks, Edit Bookmarks. This will bring up a list of all your existing bookmarks, and you can delete any undesired or outdated sites by right-clicking them and selecting Delete. Or you can highlight it and press the delete button on your keyboard. Or, if you favor dragging and dropping, you can select it and drag it to the trash on your dock, and it can be deleted that way as well. Before we can begin sharing through our public folder, it's important to know where to locate it. If we open Finder and click on our home folder, we'll notice that there's a folder in here labeled Public. If we were to drag files and folders into this public folder, these items will be able to be shared with other individuals on our network. If you don't have the home folder saved as one of your favorites, another way to get there is clicking on your hard drive, going to Users, and selecting your home folder. And that's another way to get you to your public folder. As you can see, I put documents in there with the intention of sharing them. In order to make sure that we're able to share these documents, we have to go to System Preferences, click Sharing. We'll go ahead and click the padlock and enter our password. Right now it's telling us that our file sharing is off. We'll go ahead and click File Sharing. Now it's telling us that other users can access shared folders on this computer. This is telling us that our public folder is the only folder currently being shared. And on the network, I'm the only one with capabilities to write to the public folder. All other users are set to read only. I'm good with those preferences. I'm gonna go ahead and lock the padlock. And we're done. Now that we've enabled sharing of our public folder, any items that we put into this folder will be available to any users on the same network. And now it's telling us with this bar at the top that it is a shared folder. If all you do is chat in iChat, Now Messages, or iMessages, you're missing out on a lot of control and preferences that are available to you. To explore these preferences, launch Messages from your dock, click Messages, and then Preferences. Here we can change such thing as background color for your text in the chat box. We can change your font color, your font, as well as that of your senders. You can save history when conversations are closed. Watch for your name in incoming messages. And you can even adjust alerts, changing the sound that's played. Having the messages icon bounce in the dock, or even selecting a speech announcement. You can see what accounts are currently linked, and adjust your status as well.